Hi friends, today's video is going to be exclusively on your 7th house, the 7th house of your horoscope. I'm here talking about the Lagna chart, the D1 chart. Look at the 7th house, which zodiac sign you have in the 7th house of your birth chart. Okay, so that zodiac sign will speak a lot, will refer to a lot about your relationship with your partner, about your relationship life or married life. It will say a lot about your partner's characteristics, nature, how you deal with the world, how you deal with interpersonal relationships, and so on. All that we can decode from the 7th house of your horoscope. Just look at the zodiac sign which is there in the 7th house of your horoscope. Now, from Aries to Pisces, all the different zodiac signs, all the 12 zodiac signs, what will they signify in the 7th house? What secrets they reveal about your partner, about relationship with your partner, okay, how you deal with the world and even with your partner, and so on. So today's video is going to be very interesting. Alright, so let us begin the discussion. Okay friends, so you can see that this is a Lagna chart. It is a birth chart, D1 chart or Lagna chart. So in this chart you can see that this is a Leo ascendant. This is a chart of a Leo ascendant. Okay, and this is the first house of the chart. There are 12 houses, 9 planets in Vedic astrology, and there are 3 outer planets also, Neptune, Uranus and Pluto. Now in this birth chart you can see that this is the 7th house. Okay, in the 7th house you have the sign of Aquarius. Alright, and Aquarius is ruled by Saturn. So Saturn is in the 4th house of this chart. Alright, in the sign of Scorpio. So this is the 7th house. So today in this video we will find out which zodiac sign you have in the 7th house. We are only looking at the zodiac sign. From the zodiac sign in the 7th house, what sort of predictions we can make about the relationship or partnership or marriage of this particular native. What sort of relationship this native will have with their partner, okay, or what sort of nature the partner will have. What will be this partner's nature, partner's character, all that we will see, and what sort of independent business the native may do. That also we can see from the 7th house. How the native is going to deal with the world and form interpersonal relationships with people at large. That also we can see from the 7th house and from the zodiac sign which is there in the 7th house. Okay, so let's get started. Now you should look at the zodiac sign in the 7th house. Also you should look at the lord of that sign, that planet, how it is placed in the chart. If that planet is more or less well placed in the horoscope, you will get good results. Now what do you mean by well placed? Well placed means if that planet, which is the lord of your 7th house, if it is aspected by benefics, it is considered to be a good placement. If it is aspected by malefics, then there could be obstacles, challenges along your path with respect to relationship, partnership, and so on. Now even if there are malefics, say for example your 7th lord is with Rahu and your partner is from a foreign culture, is from a foreign land, or if your partner is into technology, research, occult, psychology, then you will get good results. So it depends. Even if it is with Rahu, if the energy of Rahu is somehow absorbed, then you don't have to worry. Alright, so like that. Even Ketu, if 7th lord is with Ketu, Ketu is also connected to occult. Ketu is connected to research, investigation, to hidden, mysterious, in any sort of thing which is hidden, mysterious, secretive investigation, any sort of research, even technology. So like that you should see. Alright, so Ketu can be connected to healing, medicines and so on also. So if somehow the energy of Ketu needs to be absorbed. Ketu is also connected to psychology. So if the energy is absorbed, you don't have to worry that much. Rahu, Ketu both are connected to foreign lands, foreign cultures. Okay, so like that you should find out. So now let's get started. What will happen when you have Aries in the seventh house of your horoscope? The sign of Aries, what will happen? Aries is a fire sign, and it is a movable fire sign, a cardinal fire sign. So definitely your relationship can be very dynamic, a very passionate connection you can have with your partner. That's possible. Okay. Also, we can say that, there can be changes in your relationship life. You may be with somebody for, a certain period of time, and then you may somehow not be interested in that relationship and you may move on to someone else. That is also possible, because Aries shows changes. It is the sign of change. But then if your partner is also very passionate, if they are equally passionate like you, and if they are someone who's very active, dynamic, and very passionate, then the relationship can work out, because it is that Martian fire energy which is now characterizing your seventh house. So the partner should be compatible that way also. So you want them to be very passionate and to connect with you passionately. If they are also kind of reciprocating and in a similar way, then there won't be problems in the relationship. Okay, both of you should undertake travels together to different places, and that will make your relationship, that will help your relationship to remain dynamic, okay, and exciting. All right, so that passionate connection is very important to keep that relationship alive. Okay, certain abrupt changes, developments can happen in the relationship. So because Aries is there in the seventh house. Nevertheless, you want a partner who is intelligent, who is even hardworking, who is disciplined, somebody who's very active. You want such a partner, and you will attract such a partner also in this life, provided Mars is more or less well placed in your horoscope. Okay, so and that sort of partner you will attract, and this is how you also want to deal with your partner. Okay, with a lot of passion, energy, vigor, vitality. Okay, with a lot of enthusiasm. Okay, you believe that your relationship with your partner will enable you to bring about a positive change in your life. Your partner also may have all these characteristics. They can be very courageous. They can be intelligent. They can be intuitive. They can have knowledge. They can be very creative. Your partner may be into independent ventures also. Eventually, it's possible. And you may attract somebody who has a strong Aries in their birth chart, who has major planets or the ascendant in Aries. Such a person you may attract, in life. That's possible. And the way you deal with the world, that is also your seventh house. So you will also want to deal with people in a very disciplined, structured way, and with proper knowledge, with a sense of duty, accountability. That is how you want to deal with people. And with a lot of creativity also. I mean, you will deal with people on the basis of your knowledge and with a sense of accountability. Because Aries is a sign which is part of the Dharma trine. It is the trine of duty, the trine of responsibility, and also knowledge, intuition, and creativity. So all these good qualities will, influence the way you deal with the world, the way you deal with your partner. And also all these qualities can, influence, or all these qualities can definitely be there in your partner. So all these things we can say about Aries. Aries, the symbol of Aries is the ram, the male sheep. So this is definitely a sign of great energy, enthusiasm, okay? And it is, I told you, it is part of the trine of Dharma. So definitely you want loyalty in relationship, okay? You want the relationship to be passionate, but you want that there should be loyalty, accountability, faithfulness. So all these things we can say about Aries. You want a partner who is somehow somebody who is, very disciplined also, because Sun exalts in Aries and Aries is ruled by Mars. So you want somebody who is really disciplined, who is really structured, who is knowledgeable. You want such a partner also. And if Mars is well placed, your partner also can have these qualities, definitely. Now let's move on to what will happen when you have Taurus in the 7th house of your horoscope. Taurus is earth sign. It is fixed earth, part of the earth trine. So you are very calculating, very grounded when it comes to relationship. You will make practical decisions. If you have Taurus in the 7th house of your D1 chart or horoscope, you will make practical decisions regarding relationship, and you want long-term relationship. You want stability in the relationship. That is very important. So that is why you actually are somebody who is looking for a partner who is also faithful, who is reliable. You are looking for such a partner. That is how also you deal with people in the world. You have Taurus in the 7th house. So with your partner and also with the world also, you deal with them in such a way. You deal with people in a very practical way. You always have some agenda, some goal, because Taurus is symbolized by the bull. The bull is always focused on its goal. It's always focusing on its target. So you have certain goals. So definitely you have relationship goals. You can be materialistic in the way you deal with the world. So definitely you may have a desire to get into business also. And you want to deal with people in a very practical way, structured way, so that ultimately it benefits you also, definitely. And you are looking for a long-term relationship, a stable relationship with your partner. Your partner can be influenced now by the qualities of Taurus. Find out how Venus is placed in your horoscope. Venus, if it is more or less well placed or in good dignity, then your partner will also be somebody, can be someone who's very sensual. Okay, Taurus is one of the most sensual signs in the entire zodiac. So yeah, there could be a lot of sensuality in the relationship, yes. Both of you in each other's company, you seek comfort, pleasure, yes. And also your partner can be someone who who's again very goal oriented, very practical, who's able to heal others. That's also possible. Taurus gives you healing abilities also. So your partner can, whenever you have any you are going through something in life, some issue, some problem, your partner can give you practical solutions. It's possible. They can heal you. And so your partner can have that ability to, that analytical ability your partner will have. And you will also have that analytical power to, find out how you can make your relationship work, because you have the sign of Taurus in the 7th house. So even if things are at times not according to how you want in the relationship, you will quickly be in a position, to analyze the situation well. If Venus is well placed, you will analyze what is going wrong and you can fix that. You will always come up with some practical solution. And so the relationship can work, and it can definitely be a lasting, stable relationship, even everlasting relationship. So when you have Taurus in the 7th house, Taurus is part of the Earth trine. So definitely your partner can be hardworking, materialistic, ambitious, goal-oriented in life. Okay? So all these things we can say when you have Taurus in the 7th house of your horoscope. What will happen when you have Gemini in the 7th house of your horoscope? Gemini is symbolized by the twins, the talkative twins who stand for sibling affection. At times indecisive, at times confused, but very intelligent, very witty, very humorous, very playful, fun-loving. Okay? Someone who is very cheerful, jovial. Okay? So all these qualities will characterize now your relationship with your partner. That is the kind of relationship that you want also. That is how you want to deal with your partner. For you, communication will be very important. Okay? You want the relationship to be fun also. You want to have a lot of fun with your partner, and maybe undertake short distance travels with your partner. You want somebody who's very friendly, very witty, humorous, jovial, someone who has a good sense of humor, someone who can make you laugh. Alright, someone who is creative, artistic, who has creative skills, someone who's very intelligent, someone who knows to communicate well. You will like such a partner. If Mercury is well placed in your chart, then your partner can have all these good qualities which Gemini stands for. They will be very intelligent, they will have great ideas, not just great ideas but also great ambition in life, because Gemini is part of the Kama Trikona, the trine of material desires. So they will be very ambitious, materialistic. They will have great ambition in life. They will have a lot of desires. Those desires could be mostly material. Okay? So maybe they want to travel the world. They want to they have a lot of relationship goals. Even they want to rise in life. So your partner can be very ambitious. They want to rise in career. So all these possibilities. So yeah, when you have Gemini is part of that trine of desires. You also have a lot of desire to connect with your partner. Alright, definitely you need to make efforts also in the relationship. Then only the relationship will work. Because at times, you can be confused also. Initially, you will be confused about relationship. Gemini can cause confusion initially. Okay, you may like somebody, someone could be friendly to you, you may like that person, you may like another person as well, because that person is also friendly to you, and then you may be in a fix, you may not know whom to choose and what to do. I mean, who should be your life partner? If Mercury is getting afflicted somehow, then there could be multiple relationships, that you can have more than one partner. That is also possible. Or maybe break up with some partner. After there is breakup, then someone else comes into your life, and again that person also, you're not able to deal with that person, and then someone else comes. Gemini can show multiplicity also. If that you are looking for someone who's really friendly, fun loving, who takes things lightly, who believes in that take it easy attitude, so you want such a partner. Unless you find such a partner, maybe it could be difficult for you to settle down. That is possible when you have Gemini in the 7th house of your horoscope. So once you find such a partner who is compatible with you, one who is friendly, at times talkative, at times funny, humorous, when you find such a partner, then definitely you can be comfortable with such a partner. But it is very important for you to settle down. Okay, it is okay to be confused initially, but then we have to settle down. That is important. Otherwise, there won't be we won't have a sense of direction in life with respect to relationship. And then if there is too much of indecision and confusion, then in the end a person may end up getting lost. And then God forbid, they may find themselves alone because they could not connect with anyone. So we don't want that. So that is why it is always better to settle down eventually with somebody who is really friendly and even intelligent, ambitious, skillful. So all these things. As far as how you will deal with the world is concerned, that is also influenced by Gemini. So you could be a very good business person. You could have great business acumen. Okay? So you are very ambitious. You always have, certain desires which you have to fulfill. And that is why you are getting into some interpersonal relationship. Any sort of relationship it could be, whether it is relationship with partner or relationship with business partner. You always have certain desires which you have to fulfill, and that is why you are into this relationship, because you want to reach somewhere. So because you are ambitious, so some ambition will drive you to form relationships. So that is possible when you have Gemini in the 7th house of your horoscope. Now let's move on to what will happen when you have Cancer in the 7th house. Cancer, the sign of care, nourishment, nurturing. Cancer ruled by moon. Find out how moon is placed in your chart. If moon is well placed, especially in earth signs like Capricorn, then it is good. That you can say that you will be very loving, caring, affectionate towards your partner. Your partner also can be the same towards you, and it can be a very beautiful relationship where both of you care for each other. Moon should be well placed in your chart. If moon is not so well placed and unfortunately getting afflicted, then again there will be a lot of changes which will go on happening in your relationship life. Because Cancer is, after all, water sign, and it is movable water. So nothing is in place actually with this sign. It's always moving. Movable water. So if moon has to be well placed in a very good sign, like in earth sign maybe, or in whichever sign, if it is aspected by Jupiter, then it is good. Otherwise, yes, a lot of flux, a lot of changes happening in the relationship life. Not being able to settle down with anyone, that also can be seen. Yes, you're connecting with someone emotionally, and then after a period of time, you are no longer interested in the person, and then maybe someone else draws your attention. Because you know about the waxing and waning phases of the moon. So you're not interested in your person. You think of maybe someone else, or you just don't want to continue in the relationship. Later on you realize, oh no, I should go back to the person, I should go back to my person. All that also can happen, because moon is always in a state of flux. So if it is well placed, then it is okay. Then the relationship will be based on a lot of love, affection, mutual care, respect and mutual affection, mostly affection, mutual concern, nourishment, a lot of great emotional bond, okay, great compassion for each other. If moon is not so well placed, do remedies for moon. Alright? Do remedies for moon. So then definitely you will come across remedies for moon everywhere. So I think I have a video on my channel also. So do some remedies if moon is not so well placed. Okay, so that your relationship can be stable. But nevertheless, your person's nature, if moon is more or less okay, well placed, then your person will be very intuitive, very creative. They can be very compassionate, merciful, kind-hearted, knowledgeable. They will be far-sighted, great intuition they will have, even creativity. So all these good qualities they will have. And they will believe in deep-rooted connection, emotional connection with you. So they can also have motherly affection towards you. So all these things we can say if moon is well placed. Now, how do you deal with the world, with your business partner, or how do you maintain interpersonal relationships? So definitely you want to deal with the world in a very you really want to make people feel comfortable also, if your moon is well placed. You have concern for people. So whether it is your business partner, whether it is life partner, whether any sort of interpersonal relationship, you show a lot of concern for people. You care about them, actually. So yes, so all these things we can say when you have Cancer in the 7th house of your horoscope. For your business, independent business, you may travel a lot. That's possible because 7th house is also the house of independent business. You may travel. If you travel, it's good for you. After marriage or after getting into a relationship with somebody, both of you may undertake a lot of travel. By the way, undertaking travel is very good for your relationship. It will keep your relationship stable. Undertaking travel with your partner to different places is very positive for your relationship. And so all these things, you could be into real estate business. That is also possible. Or travel, tourism industry somehow. Because 7th house also is concerned with your independent business. Okay, now what will happen when you have Leo in the 7th house of your horoscope? First of all, you may attract somebody who has Leo, a very powerful Leo in their horoscope. They may have major planets or the ascendant in Leo. That is possible when you have Leo in the 7th house of your horoscope. Leo is part of the earth, part of the dharma trine, the trine of dharma. So definitely you want your person to be somebody who's very knowledgeable, dutiful, accountable, faithful to you, loyal to you. You want such a person. You want them to be independent, but you want them to be someone who has values, principles, someone who's honest and dutiful. You want such a person. When you have Leo in the 7th house of your horoscope, this is how you're going to deal with your partner and also with the world at large. Okay? You are going to be fair in your dealings with people when you have Leo in the 7th house of your horoscope. You will deal with people with a sense of duty, accountability. You will deal with the world at large, in such a way, you will always be accountable and dutiful, and you will always try to be faithful to people. But again, find out how Sun is placed in the chart. If Sun is well placed, then definitely all these things will happen. Okay? You will believe in dealing with people with a sense of confidence on the basis of your knowledge, intuition. You will deal with people. So you can also get into some independent business or venture, because Leo is the sign of being independent. So if you think of doing some independent business eventually, any sort of business wherein you're sharing your knowledge, your skills, Leo is also connected to skills, then you can be successful in that independent venture also. For your business, you may require to travel also. That's also possible. Now, when you have Leo in the 7th house of your horoscope, then your partner also will now be influenced by all the qualities of Leo. You will find that your partner is also someone who's friendly. If Sun is well placed in your horoscope, then your partner will be someone who's friendly, playful, very skillful. They can have some creative skills, artistic abilities. They can be fun-loving, witty, and they can be generous. These are all qualities of the Leo. Your partner also can have a high sense of self-respect. They can be self-confident. And they can be somebody who loves their individuality also. Okay? So, even you also think that in a relationship, it is very important that every individual is able to maintain their individuality. So you also want that your person should be someone who has a high sense of individuality. You want such a person because you yourself also believe in individuality. And when it comes to relationship, you think that both the persons involved in the relationship, they should be, they should have their own sense of individuality, their respective sense of individuality. They should give each other space, respect. That is very important for you in relationship. Okay? So you will definitely want your partner also to have these qualities, and your partner also will have these qualities of Leo. Okay? So they can be very, as I told you, they can have knowledge, they can be independent, they can have a high sense of self-esteem, self-respect, a sense of individuality, and they can be creative also. So all these qualities. And your partner can also be somebody who's very accountable, loyal to you, provided Sun is well placed in the horoscope. Okay, so yeah, all these things I want to say when you have Leo in the 7th house of your horoscope. Now, what about Virgo in the 7th house of your horoscope? When you have Virgo in the 7th house, Virgo is part of the Earth trine, the trine of materialistic pursuits, hard work, being grounded, goal-oriented, practical. So all these qualities now can be there in your partner, provided Mercury is well placed in your chart. Then your partner will be very systematic, methodical, structured, disciplined, detail-oriented, goal-oriented in their approach towards work, towards life, towards relationship. They will be such a person who's very hardworking. But Virgo is also the sign of conflict. And Virgo is earth sign and it is dual earth, mutable. So there could be a certain duality also in your partner. When you have Virgo, some sort of duality may be there in your partner. At times they will be very, very hardworking, detail-oriented. Okay? And they'll be very meticulous about things. Okay? At times your partner may detach themselves and they may want to remain in isolation. So they are, on the one hand, they are very practical, very grounded. On the other hand, on the one hand, they are, they believe in their goals, their targets, and they are very, very grounded, very hardworking. On the other hand, they also have a desire to escape into isolation. That also can happen. Your partner will now be influenced by Virgo a lot, the sign of Virgo, because there is a duality in Virgo. So sometimes they will also, Virgo people, they will at times again be lost in their dreams, in their ideals. So they have certain ideals, certain dreams, but they know, they are aware of the fact that they will have to, make things work, and they will have to be grounded and practical. They are grounded and practical. But again, at times they have a desire to maybe live their dream and get lost in their world of dreams. That duality is there in Virgo. So your partner can be influenced by such qualities now when Virgo is there. There could be conflicts with your partner. That is possible at times, because Virgo can show conflicts. Find out how Mercury is placed in the chart. If Mercury is well placed, partner can be very intelligent, very analytical, hardworking, great analytical, healing abilities also your partner can have. They can do very well in any sort of any field of research, investigation also. Now, but they'll be very materialistic also, very goal oriented in life. So all these things we can say. And in your relationship house, 7th house, you have Virgo. So even if there are conflicts at times, even if things go wrong, you will know how to fix them up also. Why? Because the Virgo is there. Virgo gives you analytical ability. So when dealing with your partner, your relationship also, you'll be able to use your analytical skills if Mercury is well placed, and you'll be able to figure out what went wrong in the relationship and how to fix it, so that you can, again make things perfect, because you want things to be, perfect as far as relationship is concerned. You will always aim towards perfection. So if things go wrong, you will try to fix them up. That is also possible, and you will be successful also if Mercury is well placed. So yeah, all these things, how you deal with the world. You deal with the world on the basis of your analytical skills, analytical ability. So you can be a great healer, a great healer. You could be into the healthcare industry. You could heal people in any way. You could be into social service. Right. So yeah, now let's move on to the next zodiac sign, which is Libra. Libra is air sign, and it is movable cardinal air, sign of intelligence. Alright, and Libra is part of the Kama Trikona, the trine of desires, ambition. You may attract a person who has a major planets or the ascendant in Libra. That's possible when you have Libra in the 7th house of your horoscope. Someone who has maybe moon in Libra, ascendant in Libra, so that's possible. Major planets. You are looking for a very balanced, harmonious relationship when you have Libra in the 7th house of your horoscope. Okay? And for you, that balance is very important, maintaining that balance. So you want to give importance to your partner. Okay, the relationship should be very well balanced, but you also want to take care of other responsibilities that you have. So relationship also should be given due importance. That's what you feel, so that you know that balance is maintained. And yeah, and your partner also can be somebody who is, again, if Venus is well placed in your chart, find out how Venus is placed. If it is more or less well placed, then your partner also will be somebody who believes in justice, someone who believes in harmony, balance in relationships. Partner also will have that sort of nature. Okay? So yeah, Libra in the 7th house of relationship. You can travel a lot with your partner. Traveling is good actually for the relationship. You undertake foreign travel with your partner. That's going to be very good for the relationship. Okay, it's movable air. So, and part of the trine of desires. So both of you should have travel goals, relationship goals. Both of you should explore the world together if circumstances permit. Then all these things are going to be very positive for your relationship. Okay, so yeah, all these things we can say. And relationship is something which definitely is now going to be based on true partnership, give and take, because Libra is a sign of give and take. So you will believe that if I am making efforts in the relationship, my partner should also make efforts, and your partner also will have the same notion that this relationship will work if both the parties are willing to make efforts. If they are willing to reach out to each other and make efforts to connect with each other, then only the relationship is going to work. Alright? So, this relationship with your partner will work if both of you make efforts to connect with each other. Okay? And if both of you make efforts to, support each other in the relationship, then definitely this relationship is going to grow. Because, this is a dream placement. This is the placement of the Kalpurusha. In the chart of the Kalpurusha or the cosmic man, you have Libra in the 7th house. So this is almost an ideal placement. There will be a lot of physical attraction also in the relationship. That is also important in the relationship. Okay? So yeah, and definitely physical attraction should also be there. It is the basis of any a marriage or relationship. So yeah, all these things the sign of Libra in the 7th house can show. It's very good if you get into independent business. If you travel for your independent business, that's going to be very good. Or if your independent business is connected to law, it's going to be very good. To business deals, agreements, to finance sector wherein you're dealing with people, you're signing bonds, deals, agreements, and so all that is shown by Libra in the 7th house. So you can get into independent business. Okay, so all these things we can say about Libra in the 7th house of your horoscope. Now let's move on to what will happen when you have Scorpio in the 7th house of your horoscope. Scorpio, your partner can be somebody who is very secretive, mysterious, someone who can be into occult, someone who is very passionate about their relationship with you, very passionate, someone who is very sensual, someone who is sexually attractive, provided Mars is well placed in the horoscope. Also find out how Pluto is placed. But yes, the relationship can be okay. If there could be ups and downs in the relationship, it could even be a relationship with somebody who lives in a very far away place, someone who's in a foreign land, very far away, and it's almost difficult for you to get there to meet your partner. That sort of relationship also it can show, but you are ready to overcome all obstacles to connect with your partner. Okay, so Scorpio in the 7th house shows your partner is somehow distanced from you, and you will have to, overcome all obstacles to meet your partner. Okay, but nevertheless the relationship will work if there is great intimate connection, if there is great chemistry between you, if there is great sexual compatibility, then the relationship will work. Otherwise, either both of you can part ways, or the relationship will be a sort of bond which will be just spiritual. If there is if physical connection or compatibility is not great, then it will either remain just a spiritual bond, or maybe a long distance relationship, or it can even lead to separation. That also can happen. So either you maintain great physical intimacy, or both of you should get into spiritual practices. And if it is a long distance relationship, sometimes you meet each other, then it is good, but it is always better to have great intimacy, great passion, because Scorpio is the sign of passion. Scorpio is a water sign, fixed water. So you want your partner to have a great, passionate and passionately intimate relationship with you. That sort of relationship you want with your partner. Okay, if that relationship can be maintained, then definitely the relationship can work. It can be successful also. Okay, so sexual compatibility is paramount also in the relationship. And over time, the relationship can turn into a great spiritual bond also. Now, Scorpio in the 7th house, your independent business could be connected to occult. You may provide occult services. You could be a psychological counselor, a healer. Okay, so all these careers or could be good for you, and this is how your independent business could deal with any of these fields. Even technology, occult, research, investigation, chartered accountancy, psychology, psychological counseling, astrology, and so on. Scorpio is part of the moksha trine. So this relationship will work when you also at times you let go, you know how to let go, then this relationship will work actually. If you have compassion for your partner, and if sometimes things go wrong but you let go, then the relationship will work. You're able to forgive them. Same applies to your partner also. If they're able to forgive you, if they're able to let go, then this relationship will eventually work. It should be based on a sacrifice, self-surrender, even devotion. Then this relationship will work. Now let's move on to the next placement. What will happen when you have Sagittarius in the 7th house of your horoscope? When you have Sagittarius, Sagittarius is fire sign, mutable fire. So there could be a certain duality in your partner. On the one hand, they're very responsible, very dutiful towards you, towards the relationship. They're very dutiful, accountable in the relationship. They are somebody who believes in knowledge, somebody who believes in being goal-oriented. But at times, they may be very adventurous. They may not, believe in any rules, regulations. They may want to explore the world. They can be great explorers. They can have a lot of interests also, a lot of hobbies. There is a duality always in Sagittarius. On the one hand, they are so goal-oriented, optimistic. They want to achieve their goal. On the other hand, they want to explore things a lot. They can have a lot of interests, other hobbies, and they want to explore them. Okay? On the one hand, they can be great advisors, judge, almost they can be a judge also. They can judge people, judge situations. They can pass judgment, verdict even. So they can behave as a judge, as an advisor, as a counselor, as a teacher, guide on the one hand. On the other hand, they can have childlike desire to explore various things also. So they can have that childlike desire, fantasy to explore so many other things. It could be various fields of interest, hobbies, maybe exploring the world, traveling to different places and exploring things. So that can influence the Sagittarius personality. So all these qualities may be there in your person. So you may feel that yes, there is a sense of duality in them. And Sagittarius, the symbol of Sagittarius is also that of the centaur. Okay, half human, half beast. The horseman who is pointing his arrow towards the boundless infinite sky. So there is something strange about the symbol of Sagittarius itself. So it is not very easy to understand the Sagittarius mindset. Sagittarius in the 7th house of your horoscope, you may attract people who have major planets in Sagittarius or the ascendant in Sagittarius. So you may get drawn to such people in relationship, or your partner may have such a placement in their horoscope. Yeah. So you also want to associate yourself with somebody who is very knowledgeable, resourceful, someone who is dutiful, accountable, someone who is generous, forgiving. You want to associate yourself with such a person who is knowledgeable. Okay? And after you get into relationship, or marriage. You can become fortunate. Now if Jupiter is well placed in the chart, it can happen. You'll become fortunate. You can travel to different places. You can travel to foreign places with your partner. You should undertake travel with your partner when you have Sagittarius in the 7th house of your horoscope. Okay, Sagittarius is part of the Dharma trine, so your partner will be very ethical, who will be somebody who is a seeker of knowledge, who can be knowledgeable, someone who can be very creative also, and who can have great intuition. Okay, now Sagittarius in the 7th house, so you can be, as far as your own independent business is concerned, you can be a independent counselor. You can be a counselor, even healer. So because you have Sagittarius in the 7th house, a consultant, any sort of consultant or counselor you can be. So yeah, or for your business, independent business, you may travel to foreign land. Your business may involve a lot of travel. You could be connected to the travel industry, or to counseling and teaching, to religious or spiritual practices also. That's possible. You also want to deal with the world in this way. You want to deal with the world on the basis of your knowledge. Behind every interpersonal relationship, you have certain goals, definitely, because Sagittarius is goal oriented. So, okay, you want that, whatever relationships, interpersonal relationships you have, because of them you grow in life. So you have a certain goal in mind behind forming interpersonal relationships. You want to deal with people in a very ethical way, very dutiful, very accountable also. You want to be in your dealings with people, whether it is your business partner, whether it is any sort of interpersonal relationship. Okay, all these things. Now let's move on to what will happen when you have Capricorn in the 7th house of your horoscope. You may attract people who have major planets in Capricorn or the ascendant in Capricorn. It's possible. Your partner's nature, first of all. Your partner can be very goal-oriented, systematic, methodical, structured, hard-working, detail-oriented, calculating in their approach to work, very materialistic also, very hard-working, very practical, very grounded. So that is their approach. When you have Capricorn in the 7th house, your partner will now have these qualities. And they will love order. They want order, discipline in everything. Okay. At times you may feel that they are a little dominating. They want to dominate you. That is because they want to make sure that there is order everywhere. Okay. So at times they may end up dominating you a little bit. But find out how Saturn is placed in the chart. If Saturn is more or less well placed, then they will be very responsible towards you. Okay, they may exert their authority or power at times, but it will be for a good reason. It will be just so that everything is in order in the household, and the relationship also can, they want to be loyal to you. They want to be, they want to really actually be responsible towards you. That's what they want to be towards you. So when you have Capricorn in the 7th house, so your partner can be again very goal oriented. They can be very analytical in their approach. Great analytical abilities they can have. Okay. So all these qualities they can have, very grounded, because Capricorn is earth. Okay, movable earth. So, earth sign. Your partner is somebody who believes in stability in life. They want stability. Okay. and and they can be materialistic also. They want to accumulate resources for themselves, because Capricorn is part of the Earth trine, the trine of materialistic pursuits, hard work, resources and wealth. So they want to accumulate resources also in life. As far as how you deal with your partner is concerned, you will also want such a person in your life who's disciplined, structured. You want such a person in your life. Someone who's sorted, grounded. You want such a person. You want a stable relationship in your life, actually. That's what you want. That my partner should be stable, and I should be in a stable relationship with my partner. That's very important. That's what you will want. If Saturn is well placed, then definitely your relationship life can be stable and good. Otherwise, if Saturn is not so well placed, then it can show that somehow getting distance from the partner, because anyway Saturn shows distance. So somehow getting distanced. Now if your partner is very responsible, and then somehow because they are so responsible, so accountable, and maybe after marriage you have a child, so the relationship is somehow, it's working because of the child, you are together, because again there is responsibility. Your partner is somebody who's very responsible. But again, if Saturn is not that well placed, somehow some distance also may set in. Some distance, somehow getting a little distanced from the partner, it can show. Because after all, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Okay? So you may at times feel that your partner is a little authoritative. Okay? They believe in their sense of order and discipline so much that at times you may feel estranged from them. This may also happen. Okay? Nevertheless, you want to grow your independent business. If I talk about your business or whatever is your career, because 7th house is also connected to your career. It is 10th from the 10th house. So you want a very systematic approach towards your career or independent business. And you believe that if I am systematic in my approach towards my independent business, then only I can grow. So yeah, so definitely all these things we can say. And you want to accumulate resources, wealth, because of your independent business. Yeah, you will have a very materialistic approach also towards your independent business. You will want to deal with people or with the world at large also on the basis of certain agenda, goal that you have. Because Capricorn in the 7th house. So how you deal with the world? You deal with the world in a very practical, grounded way. You have certain goal in mind. Okay? So that mindset will influence the way in which you deal with the world. So you want to deal with people. If Saturn is more or less well placed, that I have to deal with the world at large or maintain interpersonal relationships. So I'll have to maintain them on the basis of fairness. I have to, maintain, means you'll be strictly professional in the way you deal with the world. So very orderly, very structured, very goal-oriented approach. Okay? Approach to how you're going to deal with the world. So that approach will influence the way in which you're going to deal with the world at large. Now let's move on to what will happen when you have Aquarius in the 7th house of your horoscope. You may attract somebody who has Aquarius sign, major planets, or the ascendant in Aquarius. You may attract such people as far as relationship is concerned, or even business partnership is concerned. You may deal with such people who have a strong Aquarius, or major planets in Aquarius. That is possible. So when you have Aquarius in the 7th house, your person can be somebody who's very intelligent, great observation skills, great research abilities, great ambition they can have in life, very ambitious. Your person can be highly intellectual, they can have great intellectual depth, they can be a great intellectual, and they can be someone who is very cerebral, or somebody who's who's into overthinking at times, and very cerebral in their approach to things in life. Such a partner you may have. They are lost in their world of thoughts, desires, great ideas, creative ideas. So overthinking, overambitious also they can be. So you can attract such a person into your life when you have Aquarius in the 7th house. You also will deal with your partner in a very cerebral way. That is, you can have a very cerebral approach in dealing with your partner. What is cerebral approach? Very logical also. The way you deal with your partner, no? That will be inspired by your sense of logic. You will use your observation power, your analytical ability. You will use that ability to deal with your partner. It is not that you will connect with your partner only emotionally. No. It will be a very cerebral approach. An approach which is based on logic, reasoning, observation. That is how you will deal with your partner, or business partner, or with the world at large. You will scrutinize everything very meticulously, and your logic, your reasoning will guide you that okay, this is how I'm going to deal with this person, whether it is anybody, even if your life partner also. You will deal with them in such a way. If something goes wrong, if you think your life partner is not responding or not up to the mark for some reason, if you feel, you will never ever give them a chance also when you have Aquarius in the 7th house. Okay, as long as your life partner continues to listen to you, or as long as maybe they continue to be a provider, or maybe they listen to you, till then the relationship, everything will be fine. But if anything really goes wrong, you will generally, I have seen that when you have Aquarius in the 7th house, you will also not give your partner a second chance, because you have a very cerebral approach to relationship. It's very very logical, based on your observation. So yeah, you want that in the relationship, individuality and personal space should be maintained. That I'm in a relationship, but I should have my individual space. I will make decisions on my own. Your partner cannot interfere. Your partner also can have a similar mindset, because they are also influenced by Aquarius, and Aquarius is the sign of individuality. So for your partner, their sense of individuality, their freedom, independence, They want to showcase their creativity, their great ideas, ambition. They're very ambitious. So for them, their goals, their dreams, their ambitions are also going to be very important, even for your partner. So somehow, if you support each other, means if you have respect for each other's ambition, if you respect each other's personal space, and if you believe that yes, both of us will maintain our individuality in the relationship, only then the relationship can survive. Then the relationship will survive. When your partner wants their own individuality, you also give them their space. You also have your own space in the relationship. Then the relationship can work. Interference is not at all welcome. Like, partner also should not interfere in your personal space, and your partner also may think in the same way. So all these things can happen. Your partner may be somebody who's into occult research, investigation. They can have great analytical abilities, extremely talented, means highly intelligent they can be. Your partner may have a very unconventional approach to life, to things. Okay, that's possible. And as far as relationship is concerned, you also may have a somewhat, you'll be very open-minded, very unconventional also at times. Means the way you look at relationship can also be very unique, because Aquarius is in the 7th house. So you also think that I want my personal space in the relationship. If my partner also wants to have their space, it is fine, but I also want my space. But the reality is that in a relationship or marriage, it is the whole institution of marriage is based on compromising your independence. Both the parties, they have to compromise their independence actually. Then only a marriage actually can work. It is to a great extent surrendering your independence. That is what the institution of marriage demands. So that is why when you have Aquarius in the 7th house, you don't believe in such notions, and you will think that no, why should I surrender my independence? I am an individual. I will have my space even after I am in a relationship. So even when you have Aquarius, you have such thoughts. Your partner also can have such thoughts. So both of you respect each other's space, then it's fine. Otherwise things can go haywire and there could be trouble. Your independent business can now be influenced by Aquarius. Very ambitious you can be about your independent business and career. It's possible. Your independent business could be connected to occult, healing, research, investigation, technology. Your independent business could be connected to anything which is also connected to any sort of investigation, research, whatever is secretive, even chartered accountancy. I've seen chartered accountancy, research, investigation, they all have connections with Aquarius, even healing, occult, psychology also, any sort of psychological practices, investigation, all that have connection with Aquarius. Whatever is cerebral, intellectual, everything falls in the domain of Aquarius. So independent business could be connected to any of that also. Now finally, let's move on to what will happen when you have Pisces in the 7th house. You may attract people who have major planets in Pisces, or ascendant in Pisces, or moon in Pisces. You may attract such a person into your life when you have Pisces in the 7th house of your horoscope. You have a lot of dreams, about your relationship. You tend to idealize things about your relationship. At times you feel that my dream person exists only in the realm of imagination and dreams and fantasy. That person is not there anywhere. I cannot find that person. You may feel that way. So if you're in a hurry and you get married to somebody, then unfortunately, your dreams may shatter. It may happen. if you get married hurriedly, you settle down hurriedly with someone, and then you may stumble and fall and then get up and realize, oh my God, it was a blunder, because the person in my dreams is totally different, from the person with whom I have landed or with whom I got married. So you may think that way, and then the relationship may not work. Pisces can show distance, somehow getting separated also from the partner. You may get attracted to people who belong to foreign lands, foreign cultures. It's good also if you get married to somebody who belongs to a foreign culture, foreign land, different language community, different geographical region. It's good. Or a different religion. You may get attracted, get drawn to such people also. It's possible. Pisces is, again, it is a water sign, mutable water, mutable. So your partner will also now be heavily influenced by Pisces. So there could be a certain duality in your partner. At times you will find that they are confused. They could be confused. And you have to kind of, give them clarity or help them get clarity regarding things. You may find them confused at times. You may find them lost at times. They're lost in their own world of imagination. Your partner also can be somebody who's very idealistic. Okay? But then if Jupiter is more or less well placed in the chart, then they will be somebody who's very forgiving. They will believe in letting go of things. They'll be very generous, kind-hearted, compassionate. Okay? And they can be very creative also, very sensitive, emotionally very sensitive, very creative, very intuitive also they can be. By the way, when you have Pisces in the 7th house, you also are able to deal with people in a very intuitive way. So your intuition always guides you to deal with people. And intuitively you come to know what is going on in their mind. I mean, you come to know what people are thinking about, how you should deal with someone. So intuitively you come to know that when you have Pisces in the 7th house. So as far as your independent business is concerned, you can do very well in the field of occult. You can do very well as a researcher in research investigation. You can be a healer, occultist, astrologer, tarot reader. So for your work, for your independent business, you may require to travel. You may deal with foreign clients, foreign companies, foreign people. You may travel to a foreign land, settle down in a foreign land because of your independent business. So your independent business could be connected to your creative skills, to the use of intuition. So you could be a great healer, you could be into yoga, meditation. Your independent business could be connected to investments. That is also possible. Any sort of investments, chartered accountancy, all that can also be connected to Pisces, even technology. So Pisces in the 7th house of your horoscope, independent business, you can be a great psychologist, by the way. A great psychological healer, psychological counselor. So you can, all that could be connected to your independent business. Now your partner also can be someone who's very dreamy, imaginative at times, great imagination power. You can also have great power of imagination. As far as your business is concerned, you could be a fictional writer also. Any creative skills you can have. Either the skill of, you could be skilled in dancing, singing, or you can be a great writer, fictional writer. So all that skills. So your independent business could be connected to any of that. Your partner also can be very skillful, very intuitive. Okay, at times your partner, because there is a duality in your partner. Okay, so at times they will be very committed to you, no doubt. Jupiter is more or less well placed, very committed, yes. But at times, your partner, they will want to escape into isolation also. Okay, Pisces energy is there in the 7th house. So your partner may not want to face certain problems or matter of fact issues which could be a little ugly, or maybe the bitter reality of day-to-day life, no? Your partner may at times not want to face all of that. Okay, they may somehow, isolate themselves from all those harsh realities of day-to-day life, and they may escape into isolation. At times your partner may have such a tendency, and you may wonder why they are not addressing certain issues and certain problems, because they want that space. They love isolation. They want to remain in isolation. They want that personal space where they can be alone for some time. So give them that space, because there is a duality in their nature. Okay, Pisces is dual water, so there is a duality in their character. They will come back. Give them that space. They need that space to remain alone in isolation and solitude. They want to, that will enable them to regain their energy, and they will come back. Don't worry. If Jupiter is more or less well placed, it's going to be good. Your partner will be somebody who's very forgiving, and they will let go also. Okay, so yeah, and that is also how you should deal with your partner, life partner, business partner, with the world at large. You should also let go of things at times. You should be forgiving, compassionate, because Pisces is part of the moksha trine. You need to deal with people with compassion, mercy. You need to be charitable, empathy. You need to have empathy for people. That's why, your independent business can be connected to healing, occult, to spiritual practices, healing practices, occult practices. So even psychological counseling. So all these professions are very good for you. Or even research, investigation, technology can also be very good. So yeah, you can be a little secretive also about your relationship life. You may not like to reveal much. It's possible. You may like to keep that personal when you have Pisces in the 7th house of your horoscope. So yeah, so all these things, friends, we can say when you have Pisces. So it is very important to forgive each other. You should learn how to let go, forgive each other. Only then the relationship will work. Otherwise, again, Pisces in the 7th house can show long distance relationship with your person. Getting distance from your person, if you're not able to let go, if your person is not able to let go in the relationship, then also there's some distance can set in. So it is very important to, let go of things, to forgive each other, to be broad-minded, to be generous, empathetic towards each other, to be compassionate towards each other, to have great spiritual connection. Even you can have great physical compatibility, because Pisces is also connected to bed pleasures and physical union. It is also connected to that. So on the one hand, you have great physical connection. On the other hand, both of you should also have great spiritual connection. Then the relationship will really work. All right. So yeah, all these things we can say about Pisces in the 7th house of your horoscope. Friends, if you want personal consultation, do get in touch with me. Details are in the video description. And I hope you liked this video on relationship and even your independent business. What we can say about your partner, about your relationship with your partner and their relationship with you, and about your independent business. We can say, how we can predict all that from the zodiac sign in the 7th house of your horoscope. If you have not yet subscribed, friends, then do subscribe to the channel. All right, and share this video. Take care. And before I wind up, be charitable to the poor, to the downtrodden. Okay, donate food, vegetarian food to orphanages, old age homes. Okay, and also be compassionate, kind to animals, birds, creatures, try to be a vegetarian or vegan. See you next time, friends. Thank you.